Hey gang, good to see y'all again. For those of you tuning in for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. Your friend and mine, Major Nidal Hasan, is back in the news again. Why should you call him your friend? Why should you know who this individual is? Well, in case you'd forgotten, Mr. Hasan is the Fort Hood shooter from 3 years ago. And his trial has once again been delayed. You see, Mr. Nidal has decided to grow a beard as of June, and under military regulation and law, since he is still technically a major in the U.S. Army, he is in uniform violation, and it must be determined whether or not he can actually be prosecuted with his beard, observing his religious rights of expression, or if he can be forced to shave. Two things. One, he didn't bother to grow it till this June. Two, nowhere in the Quran does it require you to grow a beard. And you know what? For the third point, who cares? This is bullshit. The man is crippled from the chest down due to wounds received from return fire by U.S. security personnel trying to protect U.S. service members at Fort Hood. We know the guy killed 13 U.S. service members. He's not accused. He did it. There's no question to this. This is the kind of stuff that gets us laughed at by other countries as well as our own criminal elements. 3 years, he can't regulate his own body temperature and has to be maintained through medical means. A special cell has been built in a medical unit in order to house him. Your average inmate costs you and I, the U.S. taxpayers, $47,000 on average per year to maintain. I'm thinking with the specialized medical care, the specialty cell, and everything else, he's costing a little bit more. And just continues to laugh it up, finding new ways to delay his trial. It's been 3 years. We know he did it. There's no question to that. We know why he did it. He said why. You know what? He's supposed to get a speedy trial. How about a speedy trial and some closure for the victims' families? 3 years, massive waste of taxpayers' money. Let's roll it along. Get this done. And just get rid of, just take out the trash. Get it done with. Just my opinion, my thoughts. On a similar note, Mr. Cleve Foster has been reprieved from his third trip to the Texas execution chamber. In case you didn't know, Mr. Foster was a sergeant first class in the Army. He was a recruiting NCO and recruited a Mr. Stephen Ward. The two of them were inseparable and were being investigated for the murder and rape of a 22-year-old woman who refused to have sex with them and was found the next morning dead in her bed, shot. Well, while that was going on, Miss Mary Powell, I can't pronounce her actual first name. She was a Sudanese immigrant. All her friends called her Mary. Last name was Powell. Was seen talking to the two of them in a bar. She was found 4 hours later by pipeline workers, raped, beaten, and shot once, execution style, in the head. Obviously she was dead. DNA testing showed that both men had sex with her. And the weapon, confirmed in both killings, was found in Mr. Foster's hotel room with his DNA on it. He claims he didn't do it. In 2 conflicting statements, though. In one, he says he was under the influence of sleep medications and woke up briefly to find her having sex with him. In another statement, he confessed to kidnapping her at gunpoint and raping her, but says that he didn't kill her and he's not sure how it was done. Ward must have done it. Mr. Ward's DNA was not found on the gun, and the gun was not found in Mr. Ward's possession. It's found in Mr. Foster's. Both were convicted in 2004, and regardless whether he did it or not, he was involved in the crime, and under Texas law, makes him just as culpable. Both were sentenced to death row. Mr. Ward died in 2010 of cancer, waiting for execution. Mr. Foster is continuing his legal battles, and keeps finding new ways to buffalo the system. The family of Miss Mary Powell has gone back and forth 3 times now to see his execution, and yet it has been stayed continuously. As I said, this is some of the stuff that gets us laughed at by our own inmates, as well as people overseas. Now keep in mind, your average American inmate in prison costs us $47,000 on average to maintain per year. With this, as long as they don't get stupid and get caught doing improper things, don't assault guards and stuff like that, they've got yard time. Sports teams can form bands. In some cases, have gardens, have jobs in the prison, but also have such things as pool halls. Literally, in some cases, rooms filled with a half-dozen pool tables, card tables, other such things that you and I would have to go someplace and pay to use. They also have cable TV, 3 square meals a day. Oh, and those 3 square meals a day have to be varied according to prisoner rights. You can't just serve the same thing, Monday is chicken, Tuesday is pork chops, whatever. You have to vary it so it doesn't become bland and routine and become boring to the prisoners. Where the hell is the law-abiding citizen's rights in this? That's part of my question. A, why do these guys keep getting to make the laughingstock out of the lot of us, delaying and continuing their incarceration, costing more and more money, and making more and more of a joke out of things? And B, where's our rights? We've got to pay for everything. We've got to provide everything to these guys. Yet there's no rights for a lot of the victims, for their families. But nobody seems to care. Just about prisoner rights. I'm already earning your hate mail. Let me just, finalize things in for your minds. Make it clear. Somebody does a little crime, no biggie, slap them in jail, teach them their lesson, make them work for it. Don't give them a damn thing they don't earn that we on the outside have to pay for. Okay, obviously they gotta have a place to sleep, proper food, some health care, and a roof over their heads. They're gonna be in jail. Cable TV, we gotta pay for it. They don't. We pay for theirs. All this other junk, screw it. Now, as far as your hardened criminals, here's the part where you really gotta hate me. Your hardcore rapists, I'm not talking about your high school dum-dum who hooked up with some 14-year-old freshman at a party. I'm talking about your hardcore rapists, your pedophiles, i.e. child molesters and such, your murderers, your big nasties who make a life out of this kind of thing. Here's my preferred options. Dispose them. And it's not, oh, you want to punish them. Yeah, I do, but also get closer to the families, clean out the system, and take out the trash. We're so in debt. Why spend more to maintain? What if it gets loose? It's going to fuck with you. It's going to hurt you and yours. If it was your family, would you just want to keep paying for it? Tell you what, let's make taxation for paying for the penal system, for the prison system, optional. You want to support them? You want to have them? You want them to have great things? You pay for it. Let me not. I just didn't see them done away with. Well, there you have it. One of my personal sticking points. So, send me your hate mail if you want to. Fine by me. I am the Articulate Grunt. Take care of yourselves. Keep your heads down. And I'll catch you later.